Hello and welcome to today's video. This will be both an experimental and a transitional video of sorts. Instead of just using the built-in microphone on my smartphone, I'm testing out an external microphone, the RÖDE smartLav Plus, to record audio with. I'm also sat in a room with slightly better acoustics, so hopefully this will lead to an improvement in audio quality. And then there's video quality, and more specifically my camera setup. So previously I've used my GoPro camera to record video with, and for this video I started out doing so as well. However, a bit into the process I decided to also record with my Canon mirrorless EOS M100 camera. Now, the advantage the GoPro camera has over the Canon camera is that it allows me to capture video until the memory card is full, whereas the Canon camera only allows me to capture video for 30 minutes at a time. The GoPro camera can also run on continuous power via a wall outlet, which eliminates the need for battery changes. Whereas with the Canon camera I have to change the battery every time it runs out. This all would make the GoPro camera the clear winner in the case of recording, painting and drawing, for me at least. However, upon reviewing this footage, I noticed that the first day of GoPro capture had a lot of flickering in it, and that was because I was recording in 24 frames per second instead of 25 frames per second. And even after fixing this issue the following days, I ended up liking the Canon footage better. So for upcoming videos, I think I will probably record it with my Canon camera instead of the GoPro camera and just reserve that one for outdoor painting excursions. Alright, so now that we've got all the technical mumbo jumbo out of the way, let's get into the real reason why you're here. The color pencils. So in this video I'm drawing with color pencils instead of using my trusted oil paints, and I'll tell you all about why I thought it would be a good idea, why it turned out to be not so good and had me missing my oil paints a lot. So I actually got my color pencils back in the end of 2012, I think. I don't know what it was that prompted me to start using color pencils. Up until that point I'd only been sketching with pencil and charcoal. Obviously I've used color pencils as a kid, and maybe that was what made me want to try them again. I didn't feel ready to jump straight into painting, and so the color pencils was a nice way of introducing color in a manner that felt familiar to me. I got myself a couple books to try and learn about color and technique. I got the Colored Pencil Painting Bible by Aliona Nicholson, and I also got a couple books from James Gurney, the Color and Light and Imaginative Realism books. Those are mainly aimed towards painters, but I found a lot of value in them using color pencils as well, as they deal with color theory a lot. And I've certainly found a lot of value in them switching over to painting. I highly recommend those books. So back in 2013, I wasn't really very good at color pencils at first. I drew everything too light and didn't really realize the importance of values. I just looked at color. Although eventually I sort of figured it out, and I figured out a couple techniques I could use to try and introduce different textures and whatnot into my drawings. Although my main gripe with the color pencil drawings was that each and every one took me so long to draw. I drew a couple imaginative pieces, and I drew a couple portraits and a couple scenes from Batman movies. I drew a rose, which took me a couple months of drawing on after work. And I think that rose maybe was the final nail in the coffin for me as far as color pencils go. I just didn't want to spend that much time on a single little drawing. In 2014, I discovered acrylic paints and oil paints, and as soon as I started painting in oils, I felt like there was no turning back. It was so much fun, and it was quick. You could paint something that was double the size of the drawings I'd used to do, and it took me, 1 or 2 days. It just felt liberating and fun and exciting in a way that I hadn't really experienced with the color pencils. The next couple years after that, up until now, pretty much all I've done is paint with oils. I had pretty much forgotten about my color pencils altogether. I even considered selling them or giving them away, as they've only been collecting dust up until now. However, the turning point came when I saw the color pencil drawings from Nicholas Uribe, a prominent oil painter. I realized that maybe I don't have to use my color pencils to draw fully resolved things. Maybe I could just use them for fun and sort of sketch with them in a colorful way I wouldn't be able to do with just a pencil. So that was the very intent for this drawing, for it to be more of a sketch, something I could sketch out quickly and not worry so much about resolving an actual drawing, just having fun with line work. But alas, I ended up making it a fully resolved drawing and ended up doing just a ton of rendering, basically, which was the exact thing I tried to avoid. Isn't that funny? Maybe I should just have called it quits. I thought about doing that many times during this process, but I decided that I shouldn't be so dramatic and just finish the drawing. After all, it's still a new thing to me. I haven't drawn an owl in colored pencils before. I haven't drawn a subject in this way, sort of a gradated way, in a fully resolved manner before, and I figured why not just finish the drawing. In the past, I've drawn almost exclusively on Stonehenge paper and illustration board, but for this drawing I decided to try out Bristol Board. It has a smoother surface, so it doesn't allow for as much layering of different colors on top of each other as I'm used to, and I didn't really enjoy that. I decided to use this paper because it had a smoother surface, because I didn't think I was going to be layering all that color on top of each other. So basically just shooting myself in the foot yet again. What I got out of this experience in the end is the importance of being mindful of your actions. I let past experience guide me and take over, and it ended up leading me to a place I didn't really want to go. And that's all for this time, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Did you like this drawing? Do you want to see more color pencil drawings or sketches? Do you want to see more oil paintings? Do you want to see both? Just let me know. Also, remember to subscribe and hit that like button if you got something out of this video. Alright, take care, bye bye, hej då.